What's up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie, Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. When we pick Heroes in Crisis back up with issue number 2, Then I Became Superman. After that shocker with the deaths of Wally West, Roy Harper, and an assortment of other legacy characters from DC, see, I told y'all DC hates legacy characters, we discover that Harley and Booster Gold went their separate ways. Harley somehow survived the fall and moseyed on to find the Penguin so she could set herself up with some criminally funded witness protection, and Booster Gold is rescued by Skeets, his time-traveling robot assistant, and against Skeets' warning, Booster is off to prove why he's innocent, because it's what Batman would do. At least he's 90% sure that's what Batman would do. Maybe not. But before we get started, if this is your first time checking out my channel and you want to see more awesome videos like this one, it only takes 2 clicks to become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers. Click, click. When we pick this book back up, we don't learn much more about the identity of the killer who struck the heroes down at their most vulnerable moments in Sanctuary, but we do learn some clues about how they did it and why they're doing it. Some seem misleading, others not so much. We learn that Commander Steel, though shot, his skin was never pierced, meaning whoever killed him did it in some other way. And though Batman and Wonder Woman and Superman are going over the autopsy of Commander Steel, we learn a couple more things. Apparently, the way Sanctuary was set up, none of the data, the video, the recordings, none of it is saved. Identities are preserved, and supposedly, and this is surprising even to Superman and Wonder Woman, Batman does not have a way to find out who enters and what is going on with them. Even more surprising when you think about all the times Batman has cooked up contingencies for when, not if, but when the Justice League go rogue. Truth is, Batman doesn't know who did it, and that's what scares him, because Batman has 0 clues and has to cover all his bases. Truth is, anytime someone enters and exits Sanctuary, all their data is deleted instantly. More on that a little later. This little conversation also helps us learn that apparently Batman doesn't always keep kryptonite on his utility belt. Interesting. More on this later as well. They also discover something lodged in Commander Steel's throat. Wind up chattering teeth. This fits Joker's MO without fail, but I don't know, I feel like this is a misdirect. I mentioned a minute ago that the data from Sanctuary's visitors is scrubbed and deleted as soon as they leave. Apparently, someone got to it before it could happen, at least this last time, because Lois gets a letter to her office in the Daily Planet with a video attached showing Roy Harper's confession to doing drugs. This gives us an even deeper idea into maybe not who is doing this, but why they're doing this. They make a point to focus on the fact that our heroes are impure. They hide the truth from those they pretend to save, and that they plan to release more truths from Sanctuary, and the person who sent it signed the letter as the Puddlers. Now, originally, I thought the Puddlers were the androids used for therapy sessions in Sanctuary, but apparently that may not have been the case after all. Or maybe it's a double meaning. Whatever the case, this person or persons plans to expose the hero community's deepest, darkest secrets. When this book gets back to its 2 main characters, Harley and Booster Gold, things aren't much better for them either. Harley gets found real quick by the Trinity, only this encounter goes bafflingly not the way you would think. Harley, in the OG original recipe Harley Quinn costume, finally, man, we're gonna need to drop a clue bomb for her, because she puts hands on Batman and even kind of trips up Wonder Woman and Superman too. Desperation makes one badass, I guess. She pickpockets the lasso of Hestia off of Wonder Woman, straps up Batman, and forces him to give up the location of the kryptonite on his utility belt.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Not only that, she takes the kryptonite and pieces out of the scene like nothing ever happened. Go Harley. Even Superman has to admit that it's no surprise she got the drop on Batman. He recognizes that Harley has leveled up, and now, as the old barbers in Coming to America would say, she good. even as good as Batman. All we know now is that wherever she went, which is likely Gotham Bridge, she seems to be regretting a great many things, especially her ties to someone who she followed to Sanctuary. She mentions Joker eventually, but it's funny how she seems to be talking about someone else before that, which makes me wonder if she means Poison Ivy, who we now know was at Sanctuary as well. Now, another telltale sign of who she may actually be referring to, she is holding a rose that she drops. Now, if you go back to, I believe it's the first couple of pages of Heroes in Crisis number 2, you do see Poison Ivy talking to the camera with Harley kind of intervening and, doing her usual Harley shtick, but you do notice that just barely inside the panel, kind of almost intentionally hidden. I mean, now granted, it's just Poison Ivy, she could just be holding any old flower, but it looks like she's holding a rose, quite possibly, maybe the same rose or a companion rose to one that Harley has. I mean, I don't know, it just makes it seem more like it's Poison Ivy, that she is possibly at the heart of this in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But yeah, once again, it could all be red herrings, but this is the reason I make these videos. I do this to point these things out, just in case they may or may not be relevant. But yeah, hey, whatever. Whatever is going on, Tom King really wants us to be eyeballing Harley's past relationships. Any relationship she was in where she was changed, or hurt, or changed herself. And the two that make the most sense here, given the context, are Joker and Poison Ivy. So let the speculation begin. Booster Gold, on the other hand, he's not so lucky. He goes to find Flash, because we all know Barry Allen is one of the greatest forensic scientists on the planet. Not only that, he's the fastest. So why not ask him about the bodies piled up at Sanctuary, that include his protege and closest confidant, Wally West? Sounds like a wise idea, right? And when Booster does, Barry leaves in the blink of an eye, and in the time it takes to smash that like button and click subscribe to become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers, he's gone to Sanctuary, seen the body, and now Barry wants answers. Barry saw something that may have very well decided who was telling the truth, Harley or Booster Gold. Well, he came back for Booster, and now he seems to be taking Booster somewhere, and Superman can see it. And whatever he's doing, it's enough to make Superman leave in a flash. Pun sadly intended, without saying anything to Batman or Wonder Woman so that he can get to Barry in time to stop him. And eventually, he's going to want to find the Trinity anyway, because I'm pretty sure Flash is going to want to know why this was kept from him. In this book, we see the Sanctuary did not work. Maybe it worked at first, and maybe people were actually getting better, but we definitely see that for the Trinity, it wasn't working the way they had hoped. Batman seems to be the only one who gets anything from it, and he seems incredibly broken down emotionally, especially when talking about his partners who have died. And this is unsurprising. The man is literally walking trauma. Wonder Woman, even after recounting one of the most grueling moments of her life, seems that she would rather bite her lip and bear the pain than talk about it with anyone else. Not because she's better or because it doesn't work, but because that's just what she'd rather do. And Superman seems to be dealing with an identity crisis of his own, seeming to not know where Superman begins and Clark Kent ends. Makes you wonder. Either way, Tom King is laying some really interesting seeds, and I can't wait to see what comes next. But you know what? Let me know what you think about Heroes in Crisis number 2. Sound off in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, Hulk smash that like button. And if you want to see more awesome videos like this one, make sure you click subscribe so you can become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers, and tap that bell so you know when I post up. And if you want to become one of Earth's mightiest patrons as well, swing on over by patreon.com/blerdwithoutfear. And if you chuck in a buck, you can get some exclusive content. And if you don't want to become one of Earth's mightiest patrons, that's fine too. Hey, all I ask is that you like this video and share it with your friends. And who knows, maybe they'll become some of Earth's mightiest subscribers too. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and while you're here, go ahead and check out some of these other videos I got floating around here. But until next time, Plus Ultra!